Hey guys, gonna do another short video on Facebook strategies. And this strategy really works for any of the social platforms, including Google My Business, Instagram, any platform. They all have the same tendency to promote any kind of behavior that brings people back to their platform. So right now I am on the Facebook page for the Mount Prospect store. I am right now on their main page. This is their feed. I just did a video on the 2 cent strategy. I suggest everybody taking a look at the 2 cent strategy Facebook video where we're getting rid of some of these pushed ads for things that we don't care about. Meanwhile, we're trying to follow things that are within the community of that particular store. So I'm going to go and click on the profile so it brings us to our main page. We're running an ad right now for a $20 coupon for the Mount Prospect store. I'm going to scroll down to it and we're going to go ahead and do a couple things. Sometimes people ask me, when do you know how to block someone, when to hide a comment, when to reply, when should you reply, when should you not reply, what should you reply, what behaviors can you do? So one of the low-hanging fruit things that we do, and this is very concrete, is if anybody does the laughing emoji, we just ban them from the page. So the reason I click on this and no one shows up is those people have already been banned. So let's go to the hearts real quick. Let's pretend that this person had done the laughing emoji. You just see options and block. We're going to block them from the page. That way they don't give future ads. We don't need that kind of negativity on our posts. Now, the second thing we want to make sure we're doing on these posts is we want to make sure everyone's being invited to like the page. And whether or not they're invited, it does one of two things. One, it does promote the page organically because Facebook prefers any kind of action that brings them back to the page. The second thing is, if they do like the page, they have a higher likelihood of getting an organic post in front of them, although not very likely because these days, as you saw a little bit earlier, Facebook is pushing all kinds of nonsense on your feed. The best bet for you is to join Facebook groups as your page and then interact as your page on those Facebook groups. So let's go down to the comments. You can see the top comments are all from me. Basically, I go back and I comment. Again, this is a behavior that Facebook will prioritize and put this in front of more people's feeds for less money if you are boosting. And it also helps drown out any kind of negativity. You can control it and a little bit better that way. Now, so here's a person that put a comment. They don't have much money. Maybe they'll come by and check it out. We replied. We interact with it. If we go to here and we switch to hidden, and I'm not sure if we have anything hidden. Looks like we haven't had a ton of negativity on this ad, so there's nothing hidden. I also will click on all comments because Facebook has been a little bit tighter on hiding what they think to be spam. Doesn't look like there is any on this page, but if there had been someone that says you guys are too expensive, you have a choice to make, and this is something that you really learn over time. It's not something that can be taught, but you can kind of tell when someone is being reasonable or if they're being unreasonable, whether they're worth replying to, whether they're not worth replying to. And say someone says you guys are way too expensive, you can choose to either interact with them and reply and say we're sorry to hear that, I'm going to send you a DM, maybe we can make this work. Or it might be a situation where you might just want to hide it, right? And that can go for a myriad of different situations. So it might be like, the last time I came in, your guys were rude. Again, you might want to just hide it. That's the path of least resistance. Hide it, then no one can see that negative comment. Or you might want to reply and say, hey, sorry you had a bad experience last time. This is what we can do to get better. And then sometimes it depends on the words that are used. Or someone might say, your guys were effing rude last time. That's someone you probably don't want to deal with. Let's go ahead and just hide, block, move on, right? And so it just, a lot of the times it depends on the inflection. It's really tough on the internet to read inflection and tone because it's not as evident, but you get better at it as you do it more. So that's it for this post, and hopefully and here is someone accepting our invite. Perfect. Love it. That's how you grow the Facebook page and ultimately get better word of mouth.